Since we're living in what the Bible calls the last days, we believe we should be able to identify trends out in the world that you'd expect from a literal futurist reading of unfulfilled Bible prophecy. And so we focus on prophecy each week for about 5 minutes. Now, I try to be careful to point out that we're not claiming these trends are necessarily the fulfillment of Bible prophecy. We're not trying to be sensational and call attention to things. They just seem to be the things that resonate with the Bible's yet-to-be-fulfilled last days predictions. They are things you'd expect to be happening. You'd read the Bible and think, if this is true, which it is, then we should be seeing ourselves moving in that direction. In the 1st century AD, the Apostle John was given a view of the future 7-year Great Tribulation. Among other things, he saw people identifying themselves and conducting their daily business by what he called a mark on their hand or forehead. This is the infamous mark of the beast, so called because the Antichrist will be able to control folks who take his mark. Those who won't, they're going to be easy enough to find because they will be cut off from all services and supplies. Reading all of that, you have to expect that there would be at some point a trend towards using your hand or your forehead to buy and sell. And the Wall Street Journal just this week posted an article titled, "Cash, Plastic, or Hand? Amazon envisions paying with a wave." The summary of the article read, "Tech giant Amazon plans terminals to let consumers link their credit card information to their hands." Let me read an excerpt from it. Amazon.com Incorporated wants to make your hand your credit card. The tech giant is creating checkout terminals that could be placed in brick and mortar stores and allow shoppers to link their card information to their hands, according to experts familiar with the matter. They could then pay for purchases with their palms without having to pull out a card or a phone. Reporting on the same story, dailymail.com UK said, the company is said to be weighing options on successfully implementing the method, including customers inserting their card into a terminal and then allowing their hands to be scanned. After that, customers would only need to place their hands over the checkout terminal to purchase items. Amazon recently filed that's what it'll sound like too. Amazon recently filed a patent for a non-contact biometric ID system that incorporates a hand scanner that generates images of a user's palm. Sounds eerily like a system that could be the future mark. Whether it is or not, it's a trend you'd expect from reading the Bible. And these are interesting trends because even 10 years ago or 15 years ago, for sure, you could never have imagined this. But things are moving so rapidly, we can't even keep up with this. And John, you understand, John saw this and predicted this when they were still paying people with salt in the 1st century and doing those kinds of exchanges. There was no technology whatsoever. Jesus promised he was going to rapture the church, and that entails, as you know, the resurrection of the dead in Christ and the translation of living believers, and we'll all be caught up together into the clouds to be with Jesus. Sometime after that, the Great Tribulation will happen, so we're not going to be a part of that. And that rapture, that resurrection and rapture, it's promised to be imminent. It could happen at any time. And so in light of just the coming of Christ and the things that are happening in the world, are you ready for the rapture? If not, get ready and stay ready and keep looking up because, ready or not, Jesus is coming.